concept of humanity, which is shared also by the West and the European countries. I think many books have been set as an antidote for the real teachings of Christianity, for example, and some of them are set actually as an advocate of the real teachings of Christianity, and one of them is the humanity. So isn't enough for the West actually having seen these pictures and these lives claimed by war to impose something on Israel to stop their war?
Well, yes, you know, the occupation is inhumane. And the Israelis continue to treat the Palestinian people as if they were second-hand people. They dehumanize the Palestinian children. And unfortunately, the world has supported the occupier rather than the occupied, and the oppressor rather than the oppressed. And it is really time for the international community and for the peoples of the world to realize that the Palestinian people are just normal people. They want to live in a normal life. They have normal aspirations, and they want to live a normal life like all other normal people in the world. And I do agree with you that, you know, occupation is inhumane. And what we see as a result of all these pictures that you described and that we just saw on your monitor, the thousands, there is an international outrage. Thousands of people went into the streets everywhere. And so the streets of the world are boiling. And it seems that, you know, instead of what they want us to do in our region, instead of democratizing our region, they are really radicalizing it. And so what we see here and what we have been seeing in the past is violence, which breeds violence and counter-violence, and then this will lead to all kinds of extremism and radicalism. And I just wonder if this is what the world wants for our region to face. And if the answer is not, then something has to be done to stop this mad war.
Okay. Mr. Hamid, Gaza is now under attack, and we see a lot of things in our own eyes. We see it as a war crime, but is it considered a war crime?
My friend, if this is not a war crime, what is a war crime? When you siege the population and then use all the new technology of weapons to destroy mosques with people inside, to destroy schools with people and children inside, to destroy hospitals, when you do not allow even the media to come and see what you're doing. The other day there was a lady talking in the I think in Qanat al-Arabiya, and she is saying that the Israelis stop the medical cars, take the medics out and then ride in it as if they are Palestinians, and they use the ambulances, the soldiers use the ambulances to deceive the people so they can go any place. All these actions are against human rights. It's a war crime. Using airplanes, rockets, the phosphoric bombs, all kind of weapons, illegal weapons, to destroy civilians, to kill civilians. If this is not a war crime, then what it is? It is a war crime. And I think the world really should, I mean, and I think the Palestinian Authority should establish a claim against Israel and the International Court of Justice, because this is a war crime and should not go without any punishment. Yes?
Okay, Dr. Maher, I think since this war is actually over the unprivileged people and the children and the poor ones are actually targeted in this war. So Could you please or could you please give us an idea or about the psychological impact on the children, be it behavioral or aspirational and other things?
Yes, the war has a very serious psychological impact on the Palestinian children in Gaza and elsewhere. And I think it also has a kind of psychological impact on all children watching all these atrocities live on TV. So Palestinian children have lived a very miserable life even before this war.
Mm-hmm.
If we go back a little before this war, and as Dr. Ali mentioned, there has been a very tough, severe seizure on Gaza for many months, and they crippled the community. People were living 90%, according to international organizations, statistics organizations working in Gaza, 90% of the Palestinian people were living under the poverty line. There is no economy to speak of. There is no employment. And, you know, the children have lived under very tough circumstances. As a result of this closure, international organizations report that 80% of the kids, of the infants, were malnutritioned. And they also reported stunting among Palestinian children, meaning that, you know, the size of the children is smaller than they should be. Mm-hmm. As a result of this closure. So the Palestinian children have suffered tremendously psychologically, and in other words, the Palestinian children have witnessed crimes in front of their eyes. You know, as I said before, children in the world are watching cartoons on TV, and the Palestinian children are watching atrocities in their neighborhood. So they have witnessed tear gas, they have experienced it, they have experienced all kinds of violent activities. And so when they grow up, I don't know what kind of personality you want these children to grow up with when they have grown up with constant fear. And now, as we speak, the children are living under very stressed circumstances. Experts have reported certain symptoms, certain signs, showing that children are having certain sleeping disorders. They see nightmares, and they show wet bedding and many other serious signs. They are being traumatized in the real sense of the word.
Okay. Dear viewers, I think we will continue our discussions after this report for Gaza.
you.